Well, welcome home. We are looking forward to saying those words to you in person this Lord's Day, June 7th. I'm here on the campus. This is the general area where we are looking at doing our first welcome home outside service. As you come in to the 8:30 or the 10:30 service, there's going to be people smiling and pointing you towards the regular parking lots. If you can visualize where we are, the parking lots are up here. The big building is behind us. The fellowship hall is over here, and we're out here. That's the playground behind me, and the kind of the picnic and fellowship area. And this is really kind of a fellowship focus time, a family gathering, and we want to encourage you to also be looking on our church website, blog gcb.church /blog for other updates. We're going to be monitoring weather this weekend. Right now, the forecast is going to be pretty cool. A high in the 60s, so you definitely want to bring warm clothing, but we want this to be a warm and welcoming time, and we can do warm fellowship without touching. I mean, just seeing each other and just singing with each other. I am really looking forward to that blessing that we have missed. It actually says in Ecclesiastes, there is a time to refrain from embracing, and there's a time to embrace, there's a time to scatter, a time to gather, there's a time to heal, there's a time to love, and all those things. But there's as we gather here, and as we've been scattered from each other for some time, this is one of those times to refrain from embracing, and also to be respectful for the need of and the comfort level of others, but just as we're respectful for where people are at and their comfort levels, let's be thankful to be able to see each other's faces and be able to sing with each other. And in terms of comfortableness, that's what we want you to be comfortable. We're going to provide seating, those folding chairs that we use for our potlucks in the fellowship hall. But if you would be more comfortable, or even if you need a certain kind of chair, or would be more comfortable sitting in your own camping chairs or folding chairs, you can feel free to bring those. We want to make you comfortable, but there's going to be plenty of seats if you don't bring any chairs. That we'll have those provided for you. We also want you to be comfortable and freed up in your conscience if for health or other reasons you're not yet comfortable attending in person this Sunday. That's your choice to continue to live stream for now, but I want you to know we deeply love you and don't want to put any pressure on you to come back before you're ready, but we are going to be here for you and look forward to seeing you when that time comes. Some of you might ask, why are we meeting outside? We actually know some of our people are more comfortable in groups outdoors initially, and so really we want to get as many of our people with us in a comfortable way, and also there's a lot of logistics and specifics, and there are other safety issues indoors that don't apply to outdoor gatherings in the same way. And also this is kind of a different sort of service. It's a celebration service. It'll almost be a family camp feel. For those of you that have been at family camp, it'll be less dirty here than family camp, but our service time is going to be shorter. It's going to be a short and sweet time of fellowship. We want this to be very family friendly and not formal. There are going to be some brief words from God's word. I promise they won't be a long message, but mostly we're going to be singing and celebrating with communion this Lord's Day. And so with the kids, some of the kids might even be here on the grassy area, different places, but we're going to have coloring sheets and note sheets for kids. If it could be more comfortable for you to have a blanket for them to sit on, what we would ask is that you keep your kids close to you and that you help to them to keep their hands off of others. We want everyone to be comfortable here. As you know, we're not going to have nursery or classes for little ones for now, and part of that is we want all of our people, including our children's workers, to be able to worship with us together, because we've missed that. And we also want you to know we don't mind if your kids are rambunctious or noisy. We welcome that. I look forward to hearing the joyful noises of our little ones, and want you here, moms, and not to feel like you need to go somewhere else if they start being a little noisy. We want to encourage again, all the parents, keep your kids close by. We want to love others, and especially seniors, by not having them run around, but we love seeing the kids and have really missed that. And as some of you have already asked about masks are not required for our county in general, but again, that's one of those issues. If you're comfortable wearing them. We are our men who are going to be serving communion and close, handing out song sheets and things like that. We're going to be asking them to, as consistent with what we see in our county. But again, whatever would make you comfortable. If you're here wearing a mask and that makes you feel more safe to be here, we welcome you. We're not going to judge you one way or another as to whether you're wearing a mask or not. And I would encourage all of you to have that same mindset, just to be glad to see each other. And as Romans 14 talks about, we all have different convictions and preferences on various things, but let's love each other. Let's keep the focus on Christ. And that also applies to even how we fellowship before or after or outside or at your home. We've shared with you, and we all know what our state and county have asked us to share, but how you fellowship after the service, we want to free you up in your conscience. Of course, our encouragement as a church is be safe, be sensitive. We're not going to be here policing that, but we want you guys to enjoy this time of worship together, this sweet time of fellowship. And we are I'm standing here. There's a lot of work, a lot of men and women who are going to be putting this together. Be praying for this weekend. Be praying for the church as we gather, praying for the love of Christ to be experienced among us, how good it is when we dwell together in unity. And we're going to be in 2 services, and it won't look exactly like we might hope someday, but just let's be thankful. We have so much to be thankful for, that we are able to gather. And so we hope to see you all soon. To God be the glory.
Hey, one last thing before we end our video here. You might be wondering what's in my hand. This, my friends, is communion. This Sunday, we will be having communion. I'm gonna move in just so you can get a little visual of this. Here is juice, and here is a cracker. Underneath that little piece of plastic, there is a little wafer there, a cracker, bread. We will be serving these at the beginning of the service. Our ushers will have gloves and masks on for your safety, so you know. And they'll be the only people who will touch these as they hand them to you. They'll be gloved up with fresh gloves. It'll be sanitary and clean. But we're gonna take the Lord's table together this week, and what a blessing it will be to see and to be reminded of the glories of redemption as we take the Lord's table together. So we've prepared these for you. There's a couple little flaps here that will give you some instruction on Sunday. Don't be too worried about it. It'll just be sweet to enjoy the Lord's Supper together. So looking forward to that, and let's be preparing our hearts with glad hearts as we look forward to gathering around the Lord's table together.